BIGHIT under fire. Did they push Jungkook to leave Korea after airport privacy outrage? Is this still about safety, or has it quietly become something else? After weeks of mounting tension, invasive sightseeing behavior, and an emotionally charged live stream from Jimin that left fans in tears, one burning question refuses to fade. Did BIGHIT deliberately send Jungkook to the United States as a calculated move to escape the unraveling chaos in South Korea? Or was it a panicked act of damage control after their systems failed to protect him? Again, the narrative surrounding Jungkook's abrupt departure from Korea has fractured the BTS fandom, stirring debate and deep concern among even the most loyal armies. What was supposed to be a private transition quickly turned into a public firestorm the moment airport photos of Jungkook surfaced online. Captured at Gimpo International Airport by unnamed individuals and rapidly distributed across social media, the images sparked yet another global outcry over celebrity privacy in Korea and how fragile it really is. But the consequences this time were different. This time, he left the country. Jungkook's exit wasn't accompanied by any formal schedule or press release from BIGHIT. There was no official statement, no flight detail announcement, and no indication of a work-related itinerary. What the public saw instead was a silent figure in dark clothing, head down, flanked by staff and surrounded by flashing cameras that no longer ask for permission. Just like that, the golden magne vanished into the crowds of a foreign airport. And now, the internet is asking, was he protected or strategically evacuated? Reports from May 24, 2025, cite the airport sighting as eerily reminiscent of past instances involving other BTS members. In particular, fans recall Kim Taehyung's similar experience in 2023 when he was followed internationally by a sightseeing fan. The trauma from that event was never fully addressed, and now it appears history may be repeating itself. Only this time, it's Jungkook at the center. South Korean law, ironically, complicates this issue even further. Despite the intense backlash online, copyright for such airport photos legally belongs to the photographer, not the subject. This loophole allows images of idols in extremely vulnerable moments, disoriented, unprotected, exhausted, to be circulated freely, used in tabloid headlines, monetized, and even mocked, with little to no legal recourse for the celebrities themselves. This legal gray area, combined with the explosive fandom culture in South Korea, has made every movement of idols like Jungkook a matter of public consumption. Experts have long warned that such behavior, driven by obsessive competitiveness among fans, can cause long-term psychological trauma. And now, we may be seeing those effects play out in real time. In Jungkook's complete withdrawal from public life, the emotional cost is not theoretical anymore. IT is painfully, publicly visible. Jimin's recent live stream only confirmed what fans had feared. Sitting alone, visibly distressed, he admitted that he hadn't been sleeping since Jungkook left for America. His voice cracked as he confessed that he didn't even know when Jungkook would return, or if he would. His words, soft but devastating, echoed around the world. "I just want him to be safe. But I'm scared. I'm really scared." The timing of his words could not have been more striking. They coincided with leaked information from internal HYB communications indicating that BIGHIT had been weighing options to temporarily remove Jungkook from the public spotlight, citing escalating psychological strain and unacceptable security breaches. Was this decision made in Jungkook's best interest? Or was it made to silence the backlash? Netizens are now split, with some accusing HYB of prioritizing reputation over real protection. Others believe the company had no choice but to move him, given how deeply the sightseeing scandal had spiraled. A notable user on X wrote, "This isn't just about one sightseeing. It's about how an entire system failed. Jungkook didn't disappear. He was pushed out." Another viral post read, "If Jimin doesn't know where Jungkook is, how can we trust that BIGHIT has this under control?" There are whispers among insiders that BIGHIT initially resisted relocating Jungkook, concerned about the optics of what might appear to be running away. But after the police confirmed that the sightseeing in question had used government-forged documentation to access Jungkook's building, and after further intelligence revealed active sightseeing groups attempting to track his movement, the decision to move him reportedly became urgent and non-negotiable. Even still, Fans are asking why it took such a severe breakdown for action to be taken. January 2025 event guidelines from Korean celebrity management agencies had already advised clearer boundaries, stronger ID protections, and better digital defense mechanisms to prevent unauthorized interactions. So why weren't they followed? Why was Jungkook still vulnerable? Why did he need to leave the country just to feel safe? And perhaps most chilling of all, what aren't we being told? Theories are running wild. Some suggest Jungkook's US trip includes a psychological evaluation and private security overhaul. Others believe he may be staying at an undisclosed location owned by a HYB affiliate, undergoing what's effectively a mental health quarantine. And then there are those who suspect legal action is underway behind the scenes, not just against a Taehyung fan who violated his space, but against media outlets and platform users who further propagated the trauma by sharing illegal content. One media ethics professor from Yonsei University commented, "The ethical lines have become blurred. In the rush for clicks, people forget they're contributing to someone's breakdown." If this continues, more artists will follow Jungkook's path, not to America, but into hiding. This isn't just about photos. This is about a cultural crisis, one where we are forced to confront the uncomfortable truth. Being famous in South Korea has become synonymous with being vulnerable, and Jungkook, despite all his strength, may have finally reached his breaking point. BIGHIT now faces a critical decision. Do they come clean about what truly prompted Jungkook's departure, or do they continue to issue vague statements that only inflame suspicion and fear? In the absence of clarity, the vacuum fills with speculation. And Jimin's visible distress has only deepened the urgency. The next move belongs to HYB, but the clock is ticking and fans are watching. Because if Jungkook doesn't feel safe in his own home country, then perhaps the biggest question we all need to ask is this: what kind of nation lets its greatest star feel like he needs to escape it, just to breathe? Inside Jungkook's silent days in America, is he isolated? Or is HYB hiding something? Why hasn't Jungkook said a word since landing in the US? Why is the usually expressive, fan-loving BTS member suddenly so quiet? No live, no update, no social media post, not even a blurry airport photo leak since that last haunting glimpse at Gimpo. The mystery only deepens, and the silence is louder than ever. Multiple sources have confirmed that Jungkook boarded a private HYB-affiliated jet shortly after the chaotic scene at Gimpo Airport. That same jet, according to unverified tracking data and flight logs accessed by online sleuths, landed somewhere in California, but no official confirmation has been made. Not by HYB, not by BTS, not by Jungkook himself. Fans have scoured every corner of the internet for clues, cross-referencing timestamps, tracking security cars that match the vehicle seen outside the airport hangar, even zooming in on shadows in photos uploaded by hotel guests in Beverly Hills. But all attempts to pinpoint his exact location have failed. He has simply vanished, and that raises a more disturbing possibility. Did HYB isolate him on purpose? An anonymous staffer, reportedly close to the travel coordination team, claimed in a now-deleted forum post that Jungkook wasn't just flown to the US for comfort or recovery. He was removed from Korea under urgent direction. According to the same source, no one, not even Jimin, knew the exact time of departure until after the flight had already taken off. If true, this suggests a deeply strategic move. Not a vacation, not a wellness retreat, but an emergency extraction, and fans are starting to connect that, frankly, are hard to ignore. Not long before the Taehyung scandal reached critical mass, a leaked internal memo from a Seoul district security advisor, dated mid-May 2025, warned of increasing activity from known idol information traffickers, some of whom had compromised municipal document access protocols. The memo stated that one A-list male idol had already been targeted, though it did not name Jungkook directly. After that, things moved fast. Too fast. HYB's PR channels went silent. Jungkook didn't post for 4 consecutive days. A routine promotional campaign for an upcoming BTS anniversary event was abruptly canceled without explanation. Suddenly, all attention turned to the airport, and just like that, he was gone. The next domino to fall, Jimin's emotional breakdown on live stream. Shaken, exhausted, Hail. I wanted to go with him, but I wasn't allowed. He didn't want to go alone either.
I don't know why it had to be like this.
That single sentence ignited a firestorm. If Jimin, his closest confidant, wasn't even informed of the plan until after it happened, what else has Jungkook been kept in the dark about? And what else is HYB hiding from the fans who've supported BTS for more than a decade? HYB, for its part, continues to maintain a cool distance. Their official response to repeated media queries has been a curt, four-sentence email that did little to calm the public. We prioritize the safety and mental well-being of our artists. Jungkook is currently taking personal time overseas. We ask for fans' understanding and refrain from speculation. Further updates will be shared at the appropriate time. Appropriate time? Fans ask, is there ever an appropriate time to explain why an artist had to flee his own country under the cover of silence? The silence is not protective anymore. It is paralyzing, and as the vacuum of information grows, so do the theories. Some believe Jungkook has been sent to negotiate contracts in the US, a distraction tactic to bury the Taehyung scandal. Others fear he's being kept away from court proceedings set to open in Seoul, where his presence as a witness in the Taehyung trial could shine an unflattering light on corporate failures. And then there's a darker whisper that he begged not to come back, a rumor that he told a friend, "If I go back, I might never sleep again." While unverifiable, the rumor has gained traction because it feels heartbreakingly believable. After all, this isn't the first time Jungkook's boundaries have been violated. From fans camping outside his gym, stalking his apartment elevator, hacking his private Spotify account, tracking his tattoo appointments, even sending drone cameras toward his balcony. The saga of invasion has spanned years, but never before has it triggered a government-level scandal. Never before has it forced the most protected member of BTS out of the country. And now, Seoul's government is scrambling to respond. After intense criticism and public embarrassment, the city's mayor held an emergency press conference on June 5th, stating, "The safety of our cultural ambassadors must be guaranteed. We will not allow idols to become the target of organized privacy breaches." A national task force has been formed to investigate. But for many, the promise is too late. The damage is done. Jungkook is gone, and still, not a single update. The longer he stays silent, the more unanswerable questions arise. Is he in therapy? Is he under protection or being isolated? Did he ask to leave, or was he told to? And what happens if he doesn't want to return? BTS's golden magne, once the brightest light of K-pop, now exists only in shadows. Fans have started a global hashtag campaign. Hashtag Where is Jungkook? Demanding answers, not just from BIGHIT, but from the South Korean government that bowed to protect its artists. Hundreds of fan letters have been mailed to HYB's US offices. Digital billboards in Times Square and Tokyo now flash messages of love and hope, pleading for Jungkook to know he's not alone, but no one knows if he's even seen them. Inside HYB, the tension is reportedly reaching a breaking point. One executive allegedly leaked that a senior member of BTS plans to go public with their discontent, frustrated by the lack of transparency. The name being whispered? Jeon, who accompanied Jungkook during his court summons earlier this month, was reportedly deeply unsettled by how the situation was handled. Insiders say he has been pushing for a more honest approach, arguing that fans deserve the truth, not PR polish. But will HYB allow such a revelation? Will they risk tarnishing the carefully constructed myth of control? Or will they double down, protect their image, and keep Jungkook behind the veil of corporate silence? The world is waiting. The fans are desperate. The media is circling. And in the center of it all, Jungkook remains unseen, unheard, and heartbreakingly quiet. If safety was the goal, then perhaps he is safer. But if healing was the goal, as the silence made things worse, the world may never know the full story. But one thing is clear: no idol should ever have to run just to feel human.